mate. So your formula wacha tuketi nayo for now. Yeah? Don't worry. The laws that are in place are sufficient to get us a good election. Hakuna mtu ataiba uchaguzi bana. The margin will be so huge. Even kwenda Supreme Court Kasongo ataenda. And again, let me also tell you, when we change the election laws, that the votes are counted at the polling station, it became very difficult to interfere with the results. And you know the minor Kai ruling of 2013, the Supreme Court ruled that polling station results are final. What happens in Bomas is just mathematical, just addition. And with the Gen Zs, Gen Zimpo, these are the people to assist us. They'll be there in every polling station. Wanapiga picha na kutuma na kufanya hesabu haraka haraka. Hii watoto within 1 hour they'll tell us who is the president. This is a revolution. This is Gen Z. It's a good thing for the country, I want to tell you. And we want to work with the Gen Zs because they are a good resource for our country. They assist us to make sure there is no monkey business. Evangelist Kiregwa is true. JKIA is a shame. We go through many international airports. It's been very difficult to get anything done at JKIA because of corruption. The other day they tried to bring somebody called Adani. Alikuwa anataka kuuziwa airport yetu tukakataa. So muvumilie tu kidogo. Mwaka mbili mupitie hapo kwa hiyo shade. We'll fix it properly. We'll fix the generators, we'll fix the toilets, we'll fix everything that needs to be fixed without selling our airport to foreigners. Coffee is true. You know, when I was in office, I was in charge of coffee reforms. And I'm a very proud leader. By the time I came to office, 1 kg of coffee was between 60 to 90 shillings. I initiated coffee reforms after the coffee conference of 2023 I did in Meru. I went to Colombia, I went to Brussels, I went to Germany. I brought all the stakeholders together. We initiated a lot of reforms. And as we speak today, a kilo of coffee, farmers have been paid between 130 to 190, and it will get better. And we will not allow Kasongo to mess it up. He is trying to mess it up so that the people of that particular area can suffer. Just the way he interfered with our success in the fight against alcoholism and drug abuse. You know, I successfully, with my wife, initiated a program to remove illicit alcohol from the market, and we did. And our young people became sober. They started families, they became clean, and things were going right. Until Kasongo realized that the young men of the Mount Kenya region are back. And because he wanted to destroy that community, he ordered for the brews to be brought back and suspended the whole thing that I was doing. And he did it when I was still in office, but I was fighting back. But when I left, the whole program collapsed. Illicit alcohol is back. Our young people are sleeping in trenches. They are not having children. They are dirty. And a whole generation is being destroyed. But because there's a God in heaven, God cannot allow those boys will be saved. But for us to deal with the illicit alcohol and drug abuse, Ruto must be one term. Can you imagine? The Kenyan cabinet is the only cabinet in the world where drug barons sit in the cabinet. I was fighting drug abuse, and I would not have allowed him to appoint drug barons into the cabinet. He edged me out because he wanted to bring drug barons. 2 drug barons. Even they cannot come to the United States. You know them. 2 of them. They sit in the cabinet, Kenyan cabinet, drug barons. This William Ruto has lost morality and ethics. A country that is suffering from drug abuse, and then you bring people who are documented and who are known to be the barons of drugs in Kenya, at the coast and in central Kenya, and they sit in cabinet. That is how rotten the government is. Our children are not safe. You know what you are undergoing here in matters of drug abuse. You know how painful it is to parents. You know how injurious it is to any society where there is drug abuse. And then you get people who are drug barons and they sit right in your cabinet. And then you tell us you have a government that can bring change to the people of Kenya. The documents, you say you have some proposals. My people are here. We'll organize with you how I get them. And we'll be able to study them and do what we can now. But eventually, when we form government, we may not be able to do much now. There is one or two people we can talk to. But if it's something that works well, we'll integrate it in our manifesto so that it becomes part of our working document. Choti Jr., it's true. Haiti. I disagreed from the word go. How do you send policemen to go and deal with criminal gangs when there are criminal gangs in Kenya you are not dealing with? And I think it was a scheme to send them to Haiti for benchmarking on how to introduce gangs in Kenya. I think you saw when Ruto was in Nairobi for 6 days, he was moving around with the gangs. They were robbing people when his security is looking. They were getting into cars and stealing earrings from women. They were even being very mannerless and touching our women on the breasts and the thighs. And they were with the president. Gangs for 6 days. You have seen what they are doing anytime Gen Zs are on the streets. The government hires gangs, supervises them to come and cause mayhem. What happened on Sabasaba Day? There were criminal gangs hired by government, supervised by police to burn and touch property. So I think the Haiti thing, they had gone there to learn on how to bring criminal gangs into Kenya. So that is something that is very sad. Our boys and girls are dying there. It's unnecessary. When there is insecurity in Kenya, we don't have policemen to send everywhere when we have challenges back at home. Finally, the issue of developers is true. I know you people have undergone many challenges when you are trying to build homes and you send money to people. They con you. Sometimes you want to buy a plot, you find you bought air. Sindio? Sometimes even your own relatives have conned you. Unamtumia pesa akujengea nyumba, anapiga ya jirani anakuambia ni yako. There are those challenges. It's something we'll work on how we agree to have a few farms that are certified by government with guarantees and insurances that when you send your money, they do what you have agreed. We'll work on it. That is something between ourselves and yourselves. We'll agree on how it works best so that we get people who can be able to help people who are away to develop their motherland. That is something we are going to do, and do some regulation and agree on how we regulate people who can develop on behalf of the people in the diaspora. People who can transact on land on behalf of the people who are far away is something that we can work on.